this whole stream is for takethis.org. Boom. There's our counter. Isn't that sweet? Check that out. I set us a modest goal of $250 because I've never done a charity live stream before. So I don't know how it'll work out. So I didn't want to shoot for like, we're going to hit 1 million or anything like that. But takethis.org is a non-profit charity that is fighting the good fight against mental illness in the nerd community. They say the gaming community, they mean nerds. You know how it is. And as a nerd, I'm a huge nerd, who has been fighting against mental illness for longer than I realize, it turns out. This really hits home, especially of late, where horrible things keep happening and beating me further and further down into the darkness. But I refuse to give in, because I got you guys. And I'm lucky like that I have you guys. Not everyone has you guys. So I want to get all of us. Don't just help me out. Don't just send me positive messages and donate to the Patreon and all that. That's brilliant, and I love you for it. But this is more important than just me. This is all of our fellow nerds. So, what does Take This do? They say their mission is to inform the geek and gamer communities about mental health issues, to provide education about mental disorders and mental illness prevention, and to reduce the stigma of mental illness. That part's very important. The stigma of mental illness is what keeps people from asking for help. Like, well, I don't want people to think I'm broken or weak or something like that. There's nothing wrong with being broken. We're all broken in some form or another, and it's not weakness. It took me a long time to come to terms with that. But Take This, they have a presence at PAX. All the PAX. PAXes? PAXi? Whatever. Where they have what is called an AFK room for... Because, you know, PAX is like the biggest nerd gathering ever. And for some nerds, that's a bit much because it's huge and it's like, I've never been to a PAX. I can't imagine going to a PAX. It sounds like a combination paradise and goddamn nightmare. And I, never mind that I can't afford to go. I don't even know if I'd want to go if someone was like, you're going. I don't, So I totally get that. And the AFK rooms are a place where you can go take a break from the crowds, the lines, the noise, the stress. It's like, oh my God, we've got to do this and this and that. You just go chill. And not only is it a place to chill, but they have licensed mental health care people there to help you out. They're not providing straight mental health care because, you know, they have a license and, you know, that's their job. But they are offering up help and advice and support. And it's a brilliant thing. And if you have any questions at all, you can go to takethis.org and they will answer all your questions. That's what I'm doing today. And not only am I going to be playing games for charity, but I'm going to be playing games that you guys have sent to me as a show of support, or, well, mainly as a show of support. And I appreciate it so much. And because you guys have sent me these things as a way to help me get through the rough times, it's only fitting that I play these games to help other people. And yeah, I remember hearing about the Take This, Don't Stream Alone thing last year, and I thought it was a really good idea. And then I heard about it this year, and I was like, oh, I can totally help with that. I stream now. And I looked, and there weren't any other campaigns signed up, and I went, what? And I can't have that, damn it. So I joined up, and it's awesome. Clearly I made my goal too small, so that means the goal is now going to be to destroy the initial goal. Someone said got there. What? Did it go up while I was looking at it? Did it go up while I was looking at it? Oh my God, it went up while I was looking at it. Oh, that was that last 20, wasn't it? I didn't even notice. You must have gone up between clicks. That's awesome. So yeah, the goal is totally to destroy all the things. Because 250 was clearly not good. That's not good enough, as Was that Legolas? That's not good enough. Yeah, that was Legolas. Yeah, because they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Anyway. Okay, so, stream. You guys. Seriously, you guys. I absolutely cannot thank you enough. Let me go over here. Our final amount is $1,001 to takethis.org so that we can help out our fellow nerds in need, of which there are many, and Take This does. They're, like I've said before, they're at PAX and other big gaming, all the PAXs, and then PAXN, and other big gaming conventions, and they do a lot of good, and we have done a lot of good to help them do good for our fellow nerds, and I absolutely cannot thank you enough, and I am not going to be able to talk tomorrow. As I hinted at, I might have explained this, I don't know, it's been... When did I start? I started at 3 o'clock. It's now 1 a.m. I've been doing this for... It's 1:30. I've been doing this for 10 and a half hours. My brain is complete mush, but... In order... I've been fighting depression and, more recently, anxiety for a while now. It's very hard. And... I didn't even know, I refused to even think about the possibility that it could be that my brain was a douchebag. It has never occurred to me. And then once it occurred to me, it all clicked into place. And I really was afraid that other people were like me and didn't know and didn't want to admit it, because there's the stigma that Take This is working on trying to eliminate. There's that stigma that being depressed is a weakness, or you're bad, or something like that. And it's not. Your brain's just a douchebag. You can't help it. You know how some people are leg guys, and some people are ass guys, and some people are boob guys. It's just the way you're wired. You can't help it, right? Maybe that was a bad analogy, but you get my point. Yeah, ever since I have accepted that it's a problem, I have tried to help out. I've tried to make myself be it's really hot in here. I tried to make myself an example for my fellow nerds out there, because somebody, it might have been Clues, who said, when you have a public forum or a podium, as it were, it is your responsibility to use that podium for things like this. That's why I always rail against Magic players when they go on witch hunts. And I rail against various forms of injustice whenever I see it in the Magic community. And it's... And when I'm... When I think I can do some good and help people out with the whole mental health thing, I do. That's why whenever I have a struggle, I share it with you guys. I put it out on Twitter. I talk about it on the show or something like that. So you guys will know you're not alone. And the hope is, I said, I don't mean to sound egotistical or anything like that. Like, you should follow me. Whatever. Follow me if you want to. I love it. I appreciate it, but I'm just a guy. But the hope is, when you see me out in public for the... I really hate this. Get off me. When you see me out in public in front of the thousands of people who listen to the Mana Pool, or the, dozens of people who watch the stream, and you hear me talking about my own struggle, I really hope that that gives you some hope and some courage to face it yourself, because I'm just a guy. I'm barely that. I'm a big nerd. I sit here in front of the computer all day and I make content for other nerds because it's amazing and I love you guys. And I'm like I've said before, I'm broke. I've made all kinds of sacrifices to chase this dream. And making these sacrifices, like having friends, for instance, like I don't have money to go out, so I can't meet new people. I don't have money to go out, so I just can't go out, you know. That's why I'm single. It's because how am I gonna find a significant other when I can't buy them dinner? You know, I'm very old-fashioned. I buy dinner, you know. So, but these are sacrifices that I make willingly and I'm happy to do. But sometimes it's hard. I'm gonna stand up in front of everyone and say, I have darkness that is attacking me. And I'm gonna stand and fight the darkness. That's what I named the campaign, was Fighting the Darkness. And I'm hoping that if you see me standing up and fighting against the darkness that's trying to take me, that you guys will be able to. I don't know why this always gets me. It's when I start talking about fighting the darkness that makes this happen. Okay. It is not an intentional Proto Man reference, but it tends to come out that way. I attack the darkness. Why'd you cast Magic Missile? But yeah, the whole point. I want to stand up and say, I will not give in to this darkness that's trying to take me. And if you see me standing there, I want you to have the courage to do it too. It's not easy. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it feels like it will never work, but it will. It'll get better. And the last couple days have been really bad on me. I've had 2 giant, horrible catastrophes in a row. Like Tuesday and then Wednesday. Tuesday was terrible thing A, and then Wednesday was terrible thing B, and then today I'm streaming. Like, because I have to. Because I have to show you that I'm going to fight. I want you guys to. So the whole thing that started all this, was, in order to do this, tonight I had to turn down work. Like I said, I'm a freelance driver for a local car dealership, and I had 2 drives yesterday. I was going to do this last night, and they offered me a second drive, and I'm like, there's no way I can do 2 drives and then stream for any amount of time. It just won't work. So I said, I'll do it Thursday, all right. And I did both of those drives. When I got back Thursday, they said, hey, you want to go to West Virginia tomorrow? And it's like a 9 or 10 hour drive, which is a good chunk of change. And I went, I can't. I've got to do this charity thing because it's something that I believe in and I really want to help people. And they went, okay, and then called other drivers, like right in front of me. They didn't even wait for me to walk out, dick. But, and I'm afraid that by turning that drive down, I might have shot myself in the foot for future calls, because this is a relatively new guy who doesn't call me. He's got other people he calls, and that worries me because if they don't call me, I can't pay bills. So, and then there was a thing where turning down work caused a large kerfuffle with family that might have caused me great financial distress, and it caused me great emotional distress because they don't understand what I do for this job and how I do it and why I do it. And what I was accused of was being lazy and having no ambition. Me, who works anywhere from 40 to 60 hours a week on this, in addition to the driving. I looked at my hours. I have a program that I used to clock in to keep track of my hours whenever I'm working. And on a week where I was driving for, I think it was 44 hours on the road for 44 hours, I put in 35 hours of work, my work, that week. And I'm lazy. And have no ambition. And that hurts, man, when someone tells you that what you're trying to accomplish with your life, the dream that you're chasing, is dumb and it doesn't work and it's never going to work, and stop it. And try to force me to stop it by putting me in a very difficult financial situation. And that destroyed me last night. I gave in. I was done. If you check my Twitter history, you'll see the point where I had given up. And luckily, I have friends that can help, and have helped, and did help. I talked to Clues for like an hour and a half last night, and he talked me off the ledge. And other people were messaging me and whatnot. And Twitter was just exploding with positive vibes and feedback, and I love you guys so much. And then I said, fuck it. I'm doing the stream and they can't stop me. So, yeah. And I went to bed and I actually slept last night, amazingly. I slept, I think it was from exhaustion. I slept for like 7.5 hours, which is insane here lately. I haven't slept. I said yesterday, if I've slept 12 hours total since Christmas, it was a damn miracle. Like, I have not been able to sleep because of all this crap that's piled up on top of me. So, yeah, so I've given up possible potential future work to get this, to make sure this happened, and I put myself in a potentially bad situation, but it's fine. It's all gonna work out because everything works out. It's terrible. I'm a depressed optimist. It's such bullshit. Like, like I really believe that everything just works out eventually. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it. And like I said, I gave in last night. I gave up. And a big thanks to Clues for talking me back. Okay. But like I said, I am so lucky. I've been doing this for like over 9 years now, the podcast at least. I've been doing Monday Night Magic for, I can actually look. I found my first episode and bookmarked it. I remember now. It was October of 2011 was when I took over Monday Night Magic. I'm so lucky because I've been doing this for so long, and when you listen to podcasts a lot, trust me, I know, this has happened to me many times, you begin to feel like you know the people on the other end, because especially when you've been going as long as we have, some of you guys, I'm sure you feel like that we're friends, and I love that so much. I have felt the same way in the past about podcasts that I listen to. I still do. The whole point is, like, I understand where you guys come from, and that's why I love to, like, go to events and meet you. Like Andrew, he just said, dude, I've met you twice for like 4 minutes each time, and I just played a ton of Rocket League with you. Yeah, and when you sent me, it was either Twitch or Twitter or Steam or something, and I saw your picture, I'm like, oh, it's that guy. I think his name is Andrew. Is his name Andrew? Shit, I hope his name is Andrew. And it's awesome. And he's a hell of a nice guy. Like I said, I've met him twice, and he's great. And I love that I have you guys. Like, I have you guys when I'm having these problems. Any number of people will step in to help me out. And that's so amazing. And it's such a big help. And I'm so blessed. That's not a word I use, because I'm an atheist, but I am. I am blessed by you guys. And the, and I recognize that lots of people don't have that. The feeling that no one will miss me if I'm gone is, it's dangerous, and it's prevalent with us nerds. And that's terrible. Drink water. Stall for time. This is the best cup. See this? This is a gift from AJ. Is this a whisper? Is that what that is? It is. Okay, so I won't say your name. I just got a message. Damn it, I lost the chat again. That said, I don't like to talk about this publicly, but my wife passed away last year. Your shows helped me get through the worst time of my life. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's stuff like that. I realized a long time ago that the purpose of our show, like a long time ago, the main purpose of our show was to keep people sane at work, because that's what I use podcasts for. If I didn't have podcasts, I would probably up and strangle everybody at the various jobs I've worked at. Just all of them. Just all of them. Just damn. And the podcast kept my brain occupied, so I didn't have hate to just randomly throw at people, because I was busy listening to people talk. People that I liked, people that I enjoyed, people that entertained me. And I realized a long time ago that's what our purpose was. That's why we don't talk about, like, on the Mana Pool anyway, like the same thing everyone else talks about. We talk about the sort of things we want to talk about to be entertaining and to be interesting and to be different, so that people will get something different out of us. A lot of people, they don't have the support system that I do because of the viewers and how much you guys appreciate what I do. And they sit alone and they're like, no one would even miss me if I was gone. And that blows my mind. Like Red Falcon said, hell, you did a Brawling with Buddies with me when I randomly sent you a friend request after watching YouTube videos. You were wonderful to me. You were so friendly and wonderful. It's why we come back. I've never met you. You're just wonderful. See? And I try to do that. That's why, like Andrew and all of you that have met me. Ben, I was in DC, and Ben was in DC. And we arranged a meeting, and I came to their, was it a hotel room, I think? I don't remember now. And we played Magic, and I met his mom and his sister. And it was amazing. And this was years ago, like way back. And yeah, of course, Ben had been a listener for like ever. But yeah, I appreciate all of you, because you don't have to listen to me. You just don't. You don't have to listen to me. Why would you? We're just a bunch of goobers talking about a stupid cardboard game. But you do. And that means the world to me. I really am afraid, like, obviously the goal of this is to get popular and get big, turn it into a job. But I'm really afraid of getting too popular where I can't keep track of all of you individually. That worries me. Like, that's the goal? I don't like it. But hopefully I will always remember those of you who have been here with me, for all this time. But yeah, so for those that don't have the support system, I wanted us to do this charity live stream to try to help everyone out there who doesn't have anyone or doesn't think they have anyone. Because see? It was a hotel room. We played Magic for like an hour. Wasn't that awesome? That was freaking awesome. How's the family? But it staggers my brain that people would think, well, no one will miss me. Because I will. If I found out that any of you, like, someone popped up and be like, hey man, did you hear? Like, Rafegal is the first name I saw. Isn't here anymore. I would be like, why? What happened? Why did nobody help? Why didn't he come to me? It actually is dusty in here. Ever since that fan started going, there's been dust just floating around everywhere. Thank you, by the way. That was well timed. So... yeah. I have absolutely no idea where I was going with this. I have all these things I wanted to say, and they all just came vomiting out of me. But for you guys to show up and help make my first charity live stream, oh, ew, so successful, that means so much to me, you guys. Got it. Okay, I just came back. Did you feel it? It just dropped back down. Whew. So yeah, we ended up at $1,001, 4 times the original goal, plus $1, because Aaron's the man. Just because. I think, what did he say? Just because I can? Because I can. Yup. And all of you. I need to hug Dundee and go to bed already. He's right over. There he is. He's right over there. Okay. But yeah, I just want you all to know how much this means to me. And like Jacob pointed, I'm like this again. Like Jacob pointed out earlier, we didn't go viral. We didn't have like hundreds of people watching the chat. We didn't have 100 people throwing out like $100 donations. None of that happened. It was just us. You guys all gave what you could, and I'm afraid some of you might have given more than that, but you know, don't do that. Don't do that. Any of you who are my patrons, if you start having money issues, cut me the hell off. For God's sake, do not endanger your own situation to help me. All right, thank you. But anyway, yeah. This has been an amazing success. And it is almost 2 o'clock. I've been on the stream for 11 hours almost. And I wish I could stay longer, but I'm about to die. Like, I'm all flubbery crying and I'm so tired. And I have to drive at 10 o'clock, which is only like 8 hours, which means I gotta get up at 9. So I got plenty of sleep. Okay. So, I'm gonna sign off now, but thank you all so much for helping out, for spreading the word, for sharing. Everybody, I want you to know, you're not alone. I'm not alone. And if I'm not alone, then you're not alone. And spread the word. You know, help your fellow nerd. Even if you're you're a Magic player and they're a LARPer. They're still nerds. They're still one of us. Help them out. I'm going to bed. All of you bite me. I don't want to leave, because then I'll, once I kill the stream, dude, I'm gonna sit here and cry for like half an hour. I know I am. Drink water, stall for time. Red Falcon has said, at the end of the day, we can all take this crap situation and make the best of it, right? No matter how bad it is. It'll get better. It will. This is a story I told somebody. Excuse me. It was Clues. It was Clues, actually, while we were talking last night. I had a friend. I was at work. I was at the shit job. Before it got real bad, when it was just bad. And I had a friend who lived very far away. She lived in Canada. She's sort of like you guys. I'd never actually met her. And we have become friends through social media and whatnot. And she was not happy most of the time. And I got a message from her while I was at work one day that said, I think this is it. I'm just gonna kill myself. And I almost died right there. I was like, I gotta go. I'm breaking out. And I went on break in the system and went outside. And was like, talk to me, please, God, talk to me. What is going on? And my boss came out and was like, you've been, like, I think a break was like 10 minutes. And I've been out there for 15. And he's like, I'm like, I don't care. Shut up. Go away. This is very important. I have to do this. This is possibly someone's life is at stake. And he's like, oh, all right. And he went back in. And a couple minutes later, like 5 or so, he came back out and was like, I understand, but I can't have you out here on the clock. I'm like, then clock me out. I don't give a damn. I was trying to talk her down and find out what was going on, and let her know, I love you. Please don't do this. And after a while, she stopped responding. She stopped responding, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. And all I could do was go back into work. I clocked back in and just worked. I was like, we had the no cell phones rule, because they thought it'd increase productivity. And I was like, I'm keeping my phone on, and I'm keeping it right here where I can see it. If you don't like it, fire me. And they're like, okay, it's fine. And I worked the rest of the day. There were like 3 more hours or so left in the day, and never heard a word back. And I was sick. I was terrified. And I was driving home, and my phone lit up. She's like, hi. And I was like, and mind you, we have never met we still haven't. Would love to. She's such a sweetheart. She's happy now. She got out of college. She works at a vet's office, and she seems very happy. She just adopted a kitty. He's adorable. His name's Todd. And she would probably die if she was talking about her on stream. But it makes me so happy to see her happy. And again, we've never met. We've only spoken through not text interface, I think once. Maybe. And I would miss her intensely if I found out something bad happened to her. And it's just how it is. So please, if you ever have any sort of thoughts like that, for God's sake, talk to somebody. Please. People care. If you can't find someone to talk to nearby, then find someone else to talk to. There are hotlines. There are people on the internet. There's probably a subreddit for this sort of thing. I'm almost certain there's got to be, right? And for God's sake, get help. Go to take this. Read some information. Find out. It's not terrible. Your brain is just broken. There are ways around it. It will get better. If you're getting bullied, if people don't like you because you're different, well then fuck those people. Those people suck. If you have to make a hard decision, make a hard decision. What happened to me a couple days ago, I had to make a very hard decision because someone very close to me very close to me had become the source of a serious amount of pain and anxiety. The reason I hadn't slept since, 12 hours total since Christmas. And this is Thursday, so on Tuesday I made a very hard decision and had to sit this person down and explain what they had done to me and why it hurt so bad. And I had to, not cut them loose completely, but they're not anywhere near as close a friend as they were, because I had to make a tough decision and essentially lose a friend to maintain my own health. And you've got to do shit like that. You just gotta. You've got to come first. And that's how you keep your brain straight. I will be alone a lot more now. But loneliness is better than crippling anxiety, right? Yeah. No, it's not Mom. Mom's cool. Mom's awesome. Mom bought me magic for Christmas. I gotta get her over here to open some packs at the new setup. But anyway, like I said, I just keep finding things to talk about and just rambling on. So I'm gonna actually shut up now and go to bed, because it's about to click into 2 o'clock my time, which means 11 hours on stream, and I think we're good. So at $1,001, 4 times the original goal. Can't tell you guys how much that means to me that my very first charity live stream was so successful. So remember, we raised 20% of their total campaign goal by ourselves. And it's just us. It's not like we had 1 million people in here. So thank you all. That means so much. But yeah, everyone's telling me to go to bed. Yeah, okay, I'm going to bed. Yeah. So thank you all so very much for watching and sharing and donating and just hanging out and spending time. And go help a nerd. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna start crying. I'm gonna kill the stream now. Okay, bye.